Imagine being asleep in bed and waking up to a 300-pound bear walking around your house. That was the real and terrifying case for one Colorado man. Luckily for Jack Hansel, he walked away with only minor injuries. And joining us now to tell his story is Jack Hansel. Jack, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Lester. Good morning to you.
I understand your 15-year-old was upstairs. You and your wife were asleep. He woke you up to say, Dad, there's a bear in the house. What did you think?
I didn't quite believe him, to be honest with you. Yeah, we've had raccoons and that kind of stuff coming through a window before, and we thought it was something else.
And you picked up a weapon and went downstairs.
Yeah, I met him at the top of the steps, and he had a baseball bat, so I took that and went down the steps. And as I came around the corner in the basement, here was a 320-pound black bear looking right back at me.
And your first instinct was, let me see if I can get a door open and shoo him out. How did that work out for you?
Not so good. The door was behind me, and I was trying to reach behind me to open the door, and of course it was locked, and the bear didn't want to give me that much time to unlock it, so he charged at that point and took a bite onto my leg.
Yeah, he got a piece of you. How you doing? How bad is the wound?
The wound it's healing nicely. The emergency services guys took good care of it, and it's going to be fine.
Now, I understand he got in. I guess there's a garage door, and you've got garbage in the garage, and that lured him in, and then a faulty latch led him into the house itself. How did you eventually get him out? I know you called police and wildlife experts.
Yes, we did. We called the local sheriff and Department of Wildlife. Were there within a few minutes, actually, so that was great. And what ended up happening is the bear had moved upstairs to our loft area and was sitting at the top of the steps when the sheriff's department came in and the Department of Wildlife, and they basically ushered us out of the house. And the bear tried to climb out an upstairs second-story window out onto the garage roof, and that's eventually how he got out. And fell off the roof and jumped into the backyard and took off.
Yeah, and I understand they had to shoot him eventually because obviously it's a danger to public safety. By the way, your wife and daughter were upstairs during all this. Were you afraid at some point that they were going to encounter this bear?
Absolutely. It's my wife and son were in the bedroom right upstairs, and my main thought really was, after I encountered the bear, was let's just keep him away from the rest of the family and keep him away from the rest of the house if we can. So that's why he and I did a little dance a couple of times as he went up the steps, and then I just kept him up there until the police came.
All right. Listen, Jack Haskell, we appreciate you sharing your story. We're glad the wound wasn't more serious, that you're okay.
Well, thanks, Lester.